on and finish. It is 1:30. We're gonna go to Crown to buy some paint, and then we're gonna go to like road nearby fireplace shop to just have a look at the fireplaces. Hello, and it is day, oh god, I've lost count of the days. I think it's day 9, week 2, day 9. The plasterer is still here doing the ceilings, so I am just going to do some jobs in the garden today, like pick some leaves up and maybe like pull some of these weird shrubby things up behind me. And Penelope's with me. Okay, we are done. The second weekend. Plaster is finished. Oh, the light in here is really flattering. Yeah, so I'll have to show you what it looks like tomorrow, but woo, no more Artex ceiling. Hello, and today is Monday the 4th of November. My goodness me, I can't believe it's November. I think this is day, oh god, I'm terrible. Day 10 now. I've already lost count. I mean, I'm obviously not going to keep up with the days probably. It's not a good sign. I'm going to have to work it out from like editing my vlogs what day it is. But yeah, I think it's day 10. So I don't think I really spoke over the weekend because we had the plasterers in the house and I didn't want to sound like a bit of a dickhead like vlogging and stuff. Like I still vlogged a little bit, but I didn't like speak. So I thought I would just explain what was going on over the weekend so that if you've seen any of the footage, I haven't even looked at, I've got so much footage, I'm sort of like filming every day at the moment, I don't know where I'm at. So yeah, if there's like footage and I'm not explaining what's going on, hey! Sorry, she's eating a bag, don't eat that. Yeah, I'll just explain. So yeah, the plasterer came Saturday and Sunday to go over the Artex ceilings. On Saturday there was like, he had a helper just to sort of get a little bit more done, and then on Sunday it was just the plasterer. And so basically you would have seen, I'll show you a clip, the like lovely 60s Artex ceiling, and we knew straight away that we wanted to get rid of that ceiling, and it's quite a messy job and we wanted that done quite soon. So I think he like did a scratch coat, and then they like, I saw them rolling like something, I don't know if it's like glue or something over the original Artex, and then the plaster goes over that. So yeah, that's such a good job done. I mean, it's already made, why do I get so out of breath when I'm vlogging? This is so ridiculous. ridiculous. Yeah, it's made such a difference already. I mean, obviously the plaster is quite a funny colour, but we're just waiting for that to dry at the moment. So there's not like a lot we can do in regards to that yet until maybe the middle of the week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. What you've got to do is use a special paint, which doesn't, like normal paint would just sort of absorb into the plaster. I think you have to use this special stuff as your first, or maybe even 2 coats, before you put your like brilliant white ceiling paint on or whatever. So yeah, that's a really good job done. He had these like stilts that he used, because obviously on the ceiling you don't want to be jumping up and down on a hopper and stuff. I've not seen anything like that before, so that made it a little bit easier for him, I think, to get the ceilings done. So all the ceilings in the house have been plastered, and we also asked him, so originally he was going to do the bathroom ceiling as well, but since Oliver's taken the tiles down in the bathroom, we've realised the bathroom is really going to need plastering, because the walls are really bad after the tiles will come off, because they were quite hard to get off. So we said to the plasterer if he could leave that and then come back and do the bathroom ceiling and walls in one go, because our bedroom wall had quite a few nasty cracks, and instead of like filling it in, wall that when you come into the room you see straight away, so we really want that wall to be nice. And obviously my mum is pretty good at filling in cracks, she's done so much decorating because they renovated their house a few years ago. But she and I just both agreed that it'd be much better to get that plastered. So we said instead of doing the bathroom ceiling, could he do the bedroom wall, because obviously I didn't want to ask him to do like too much more, so it kind of like swapped a job round. So yeah, all the ceilings in the house are newly plastered, and one wall. So yeah, in the kitchen it's made such a difference, because you know where we knocked the wall from the kitchen and the diner through, obviously there was this like gap, but now all the ceiling is like continuous through the room. And then when he comes back, he'll also have to plaster where we're having the door bricked over. I don't even think, I haven't spoken very much at all. Yeah, on Friday, so much happened over the weekend. That's why I'm speaking now, because I thought if I don't do it, I'm going to forget. Yeah, Friday, a plumber came, and then separately, the guy that's going to brick the side door. So I'll speak about the plumber situation first. So what we're actually doing with the central heating, we decided on Friday, is we're going to move the boiler, because there's I'll have to show you, or I'll insert the cutaways of it. There are a hell of a lot of funny pipes, and there's this pipe that goes you must go under the flooring, and it's the other side of the kitchen, and then it goes up to the heating upstairs. And it's like there's a lot of pipes in our kitchen, and obviously if we spent a lot of money on the kitchen, and we've got to remove a lot of radiators, and we want to move a couple of their positions. So he basically said that because we're doing that, it's going to be risky leaving the boiler there anyway, so we can move. We're in a position where we're able to move our boiler. And there's a cupboard in the back bedroom, which I originally thought could be like a built-in wardrobe, or we were going to knock it through. We're actually going to put the boiler in the back bedroom cupboard. So that's really good, because boilers have this horrible I can't remember what it's called. Is it called a flue, or they're so ugly, boilers. I mean, obviously they're very essential in England because of the cold winters that we have and hot water, blah blah blah, but they're pretty ugly, and when you're spending a lot of money on a kitchen, having these ugly things is not really ideal. So if we can hide it away in a cupboard upstairs, I'm more than happy to do that. So that's going to be like a 2-man job, because the guy that we use, he is retired, but he still likes to work, so he's getting in some help to move the boiler and all the radiators and stuff, because basically because we're in a position to do that, we're now able to think a little bit more strategically where we'd like radiators, because they're not really in the best place in the house. Like in the living room, you come in and there's a big radiator right under the wall, so you see it. So we might move that to the other side and then put our sofa in front of it, because if we're getting an open fire, we've been used to having our sofa in our current living room is in front of our radiator anyway, and it doesn't really block that much heat. And like I say, if we're going to have an open fire, it doesn't really matter, you know, we're going to have warmth in that room anyway. So we might do that, and then we can move the radiator in the dining area so you don't come in again and you see a radiator straight away, because again, they're not really the nicest things to look at, are they, radiators? Even if you get a nice one, you know, you don't necessarily want to walk in a room and be hit with a radiator. So we might move that to the back wall so you don't come in and see a radiator. Yeah, I think that's mostly where we're going to change the radiators, but because we're doing that anyway, it enables us to move our boiler. So I think that's going to be like a 3 or 4 day job, maybe next week, I think, but the plumber might come and take a few radiators off this week just so we can get behind them, because it's really difficult to scrape wallpaper off behind radiators. So yeah, that's the plumbing situation where we're at. I'll update you as we go along, and like if the radiators come off, I'll try and insert cutaways of what I've been talking about, so you're not just like hearing me rambling on and like, what is this lady talking about? I'm just trying to update you on what's been going on. Then, like I say, the guy that's done quite a lot of landscape gardening for all like the family, he is going to be the one that bricks the side door up, and he is coming next week to do that. And he said it's no problem, and basically just had to show him the area, and he had a look at it. There's a step that he's got to get rid of. So yeah, it was all go Friday, and then Saturday me and Mum went to the house. The plasterers started upstairs, so they go up and then they work their way down. So we were working in the kitchen and the dining room area. Basically, we were getting the walls ready, because I think I've said, when you take all this wallpaper down, because there's been so much, there's a lot of this horrible sticky glue. You've got to get that off before you paint. And then we started filling in a few cracks, or I say we, my mum, because she's good at that. She's done a lot of that, so she started filling in some cracks, and we were rubbing down the walls. The wall in the dining room, you know how I was saying a minute ago, when you've got newly plastered stuff, you're supposed to put a special coat of like this special paint. We don't think the original people did this on the dining room area, because there's this paint that like it was on underneath the wallpaper, and it kept like bubbling, and obviously we've got to get rid of that bubbling area, because if we paint over it, it's just going to bubble again and look awful. So yeah, me and my mum are quite perfectionists, so we've got a lot of work cut out for ourselves, because if you're going to do a job, you've got to do it properly, especially like when you're going like full steam ahead in renovating a house. Like the last thing you want is a lovely new kitchen and looking in and bubbling wallpaper, bubbling paint. Ugh. So yeah, there's a lot to do. Yeah, we did that Saturday. Then I went to Crown, bought some special paint for the plaster, which we'll probably start painting midweek, maybe the plastered ceilings. The walls aren't ready to be painted yet, because we've got to prep them. Then we went to the fireplace shop Saturday. I got some prices for the fireplace, but I've just got to do a few more measuring up jobs, ring a few more people and sort that out. But that is going to be a job we do this month, sort the fireplace out, because if we do have to move in like imminently, we want the living room kind of sorted. And then yesterday, Sunday, it was a really nice day. It was supposed to rain, so my mum, the plasterer, was then downstairs. My mum was prepping some walls in the bedrooms upstairs. Me and Dad, we hit the garden, and I took out a lot of that plant. It kind of looks like a weed, but it's not, and it was really tall, and I knew I wanted to get rid of that. And basically, because we had a nice day and we didn't want to get in the plasterer's way, that's what me and my dad did. We were in the garden. He took out like this really sharp rose thorny thing that Penelope kept going over to, and obviously because of her bad eye, I was like, I just need anything that's dangerous and sharp out the garden at the moment. So he did that, and he took some shrubs out, like just weird ugly looking stuff that I want gone really. And then I did a lot of the tall, we don't know what it was called, but it was bloody ugly, and you will not believe the space it has made in the garden already. It's made the garden look so much bigger. So yeah, very productive weekend again. I mean, there's nothing like, well, in the garden it's visible what we've done, but at the moment what we're doing, like with the wall prep, there's not going to be any like visible big changes, but it's just the jobs you have to get done to make all your walls nice and stuff, obviously, because we can't afford to have all the walls plastered as well, because we'll just literally, you know, there's not an endless supply of money, so we've got to do a lot of it ourselves. And like I've said, my mum is pretty capable, so what we can do ourselves we're going to do. So I estimate that maybe by the end of the month we might be painting walls, but yeah, lots to do, so we're going to be kept very busy. What's happening this week? We are going to get in touch with an electrician. We had that guy come out to change the kitchen light, and he said we don't need a new fuse box, like the electric box. He thinks it'd be okay, so that'll save us a bit of money, but obviously we just got to check the electrics are okay and stuff before we go full steam ahead with that, and then hopefully talk about changing some of the electric points in the house, because there's not many electric sockets in the house because it's like an old house. There's literally, in the bedroom, like we've got a huge bedroom, there's one plug socket. It's like, okay, how do we survive with one plug socket? I mean, you know, 2 mobile phones to charge in the evening and a hairdryer. I'm drying my hair. So yeah, we need to sort that out. So that's basically what we're doing. Oliver is up at the house now because he's got the day off, and he is stripping the back bedroom. I don't know if I said, we have decided to strip the back bedroom because we were going to leave that wallpaper on, but just because we wanted another job to do, we've decided to take that off and try and make best of the walls. So yeah, he's doing that. And then, yes, I don't know if I said yesterday, he was doing yet again more tip runs, because on Friday my dad and granddad took some of the tiles off in the kitchen, so there was like more tiles to take, and we took a few more kitchen units down. So yeah, it's been very productive. So I just thought I'd fill you in, because I don't think I spoke very much over the weekend and explained exactly where we're at, but hopefully that is where we're at. I've got another appointment this afternoon and then I'm done for the day, and me and Mum are just going to go and measure up the fireplace, I think, this afternoon. So I'll maybe take you along.
Centimetres. Well, 38.5. Chimney breast. 130.
Hello, I am really layered up because the house has had all the windows open to try and like air the plastering and stuff. It is Wednesday today. I'm just trying to open the back door. Nope. And we are starting a little bit later today because I've been up to Canterbury with Mum and Dad today. My mum had work there. Let's get this door open. And we are just going to clean up some walls today, because where the plasterer has like done the ceilings and stuff, sometimes it like splatters down the walls and you can't, like if you paint over it, it just like shows straight through. So yeah, lots of like cleaning up jobs today. And then the electrician is coming at 4:30 to just come and have a look, check that the power's okay, and like I think I said when I filmed the other day, maybe to like change some electric points in the kitchen and stuff. So yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. I forgot to say, Oliver has been up today, and he was up to the house on, I think it was Monday. I'm losing track of the days, like. And he has stripped the back bedroom of all the pink wallpaper that we were going to originally leave. Oh, nice spider in the bathroom. So I'll just show you what he's been up to. I am going to tidy up some of these wallpaper gubbins. Ironically, the walls in here are actually pink anyway. They had pink wallpaper on and they seem to be pink as well. So yeah, it doesn't actually look like we've done anything, but we have, because this was all wallpaper. Yeah, so this bedroom is stripped as well. And we're just waiting for the plaster to dry. I'm not sure if, I think that lighter patch is when it's drying, so we're not really at a stage where the plaster can be painted over yet, I don't think. It's getting there though. It's not quite as dark as it was the other day. So yeah, this is the back bedroom all stripped. Oh, we're going to be busy in the next few months. Hello, it is the next day, it's Thursday. I didn't finish the vlog again yesterday. So basically, what were we doing yesterday? God, I can't even remember what we were doing. Like, my brain is just like frazzled at the moment. Oh yeah, washing off plaster off the walls, and again, just getting all that horrible gluey stuff off the walls up from the wallpaper. Then the electrician came at 4:30, but I actually left just before because my mum and dad were there, because I'd got really cold at this point because the plaster is still drying on the ceilings. We've got like all the little windows open in the house, and obviously because it's November, it's really cold in the house, and you're not really supposed to put the heating on, because although you'd think that the heat would dry it out, it's kind of like it creates moisture. What are you doing? And makes it more damp, so it kind of counteracts the drying process, if that makes sense, I think. So yeah, we're just trying to dry it out with like natural air, but obviously the natural air is cold at the moment because it's November. So yeah, I went home. It was basically someone that my dad, one of his customers' husbands, the electrician. So it went okay, my mum said. There were a few things, because of the age of the house, I think it's a 60s house, the electrics just aren't really up to scratch, and although the electricity board or the electrics are okay, that like we don't need like to rewire the whole house, there are a few things that we can't really do because of the like because of the wiring and stuff. Like I was looking at these sort of metal plug sockets and light switches, but because of the there's an, I think it's called an earth wire, you can't have metal with this sort of thing. If we wanted these like metal electric points, we'd have to rewire the whole house, which obviously we can't do. Hello. Hi. Because that's just a huge job, and we're not really like looking to be doing stuff like that at the moment. So it's a bit of a bummer because I really like the look of the like metal. Ooh, there's a blue tip. The look of them just really finishes off a room, like compared to plastic switches and stuff. So I was a little bit disappointed about that. I know, like in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to make that much difference. You know when I'm vlogging, don't you? Because you want to be in the way. No, just let me come in. So we've got to like resort to something else. But there are options that we can think about, like maybe like wooden switches or something, because we're having a lot of wood in the house. You are a pain. Come on. Yeah, we've just got to see how it goes, really. I've got all your fluff on me and I'm about to go to work. The plumber has turned up today to take some of the radiators off, so I might go up to the house and show you all the radiators off the walls and stuff like that. Good evening. It's quite a few hours later. Why is that dripping? Taps on. Yeah, the plumber has been here all day today. It is freezing in the house. He's taken all the radiators off, so I just thought I'd show you the bedlam that is currently in the house at the moment. So yeah, we've got our dining room radiator off the wall, and then eventually it's going to go on the back wall opposite the door here, and the hallway radiator is off. I'm going to keep a radiator there obviously, and I've not got a light in here, so you're just going to have to bear with me. The living room radiator's off the wall. We're going to be moving it to this back wall eventually, and then put the sofa in front of it. And there was a radiator here, which we have now taken off, and we're not replacing that one because we're going to have an open fire, so we don't need two radiators in the same room. And then go upstairs. And the bathtub is out. Yes, it is a bit of a mess at the moment. Right, so yeah, bath is all out. He's disconnected the taps, I believe, in here. So I'm not sure if that means we can take the sink out or something. So yeah, the bathtub's all out. So that's good. So that means when the plasterer comes back, he's got a bit more like area to work in. Just got to take the toilet and stuff out for him to come and do that job. So yeah, here is our bathtub and the panel. Let me put that light on. Where's the light switch? Oh, I can't find it. I can't get in. So yeah, there's the little bedroom. Radiator's off. And the main bedroom. Radiator's off the wall. There is a big crack on this wall here. Yeah, the plaster's drying out well on the wall. Not so well on the ceiling though. It's getting a bit better though. It needs to be this lighter colour really before we can do any painting, and the ceiling's only got patches of the light. That's off. And then the last one, second bedroom. I can't get in because the bath panel's in the way. Quite a higgledy-piggledy mess at the moment. I think someone that takes like scrap metal is going to come and do the bath and radiators eventually. I'm not sure when. I just turn the light off. Oh, it's really cold in here. Mum and Dad are going to come and move some of the radiators out of the way, I think, like into the front garden, like in case the scrap metal man comes to take them.
I didn't want the tap end. Right. Cheeky bloody thing. It actually